Hello, and welcome to the Encompass Medical Management instructional series on using the EMM telehealth system. This video will cover hosting a web-based appointment with the patient using the EMM telehealth services. By the end of this video, you should understand the steps necessary to host a scheduled session with the patient as a telehealth provider. Let's begin by opening the appointment reminder that the EMM telehealth system sent to us when the session was created. For the purposes of this video, we will be using the provider ID of David Jones. We will also not be limiting ourselves to specific time constraints. When you, as the provider, host an actual session, you will of course wait until the scheduled appointment time to begin that session. When the scheduled appointment time arrives, click on the link contained in the email. This will take you to the video conferencing page in the Encompass telehealth system. Please check that your camera and audio peripherals are plugged in and working correctly before logging into the system, as the session cannot begin without them. Now enter the credentials supplied to you by your EAP administrator and click the Login button. We are now looking at the telehealth session interface. The interface consists of 6 main components. The large window in the center is where the view from your patient's video source will appear as soon as the session is enabled. The smaller window on the lower left will be the view that your video source will be providing to the patient during the session. The box on the lower right will contain an area to drag and drop interactive files that will be viewable by the patient. Files dropped into this area will display for you as the provider in the dropped image box to the right of the file drop area. The component located in the upper right area of the interface is an interactive file viewer that allows you to scroll through image files previously uploaded to the EMM telehealth system. These will also be viewable by the patient in their video conferencing interface. The elongated box at the bottom of the interface is the status window and displays information about the session. We will explore these components in more detail after we begin the session. Click on the green Connect button to enter the session waiting room. You should now see the image that your video source will be providing during the session. If the patient is not yet connected, you will see a notice in the status window that reads, "Waiting for patient name to join the room." In this case, John Doe. Once the patient has entered the waiting room, or if the patient is already connected, you will hear a chime and the Call Patient Name button will appear in the right-hand side of the status window. Again, in this case, John Doe. Now you will click on the Call Patient Name button. The patient will hear a ring and connect to the telehealth session. If the patient is connected properly, you should now be able to conduct the telehealth session. You may now speak and view the patient normally, or display files that the patient may interact with using the file drop area or the interactive file viewer. To use the file drop area, simply drag and drop images from an open file explorer on your computer onto the words File Drop Area in the box on the lower right. These images will cycle in the patient's view as soon as you drop them in. You will also see a pop-up that displays the image that you dropped into the file view area in your screen view. To use the interactive file viewer, select the folder containing the images that you wish to present to the patient using the drop-down in the upper right of the video conferencing window. These folders contain images previously uploaded to the telehealth system. We will use the K-words folder as our example. Click on the left or right arrows to scroll through the available images in this particular folder. Then click on the individual image that you wish to be displayed for the patient. Load further image folders by again using the drop-down in the upper right-hand corner. EMM Telehealth also provides the ability to interact with your patient in full screen view. To view the patient in full screen, click on the word full screen. To escape full screen view, simply hit the escape key on your keyboard or click on the maximize minimize button on the bottom right of your screen. During the session, the status window will display the elapsed time of the session in the window's bottom left corner. You may also view the patient's telehealth system medical record at any point during the session by clicking the View Medical Record dialog in the very bottom left of the status window. This will bring up a pop-up visible only to the provider. The telehealth session will end when either participant clicks on the red Hang Up button on the right-hand side of the status window. The telehealth session is now closed. You may use the link provided to log into the telehealth EAP referral system to review billing for the session, or you may close the browser tab. This concludes this instructional video. Thank you for using the EMM instructional video series for the Encompass telehealth system. Further instructional videos can be found on the EMM YouTube channel.